Okay, so cylinders. Nothing has technically changed. It's still the same formula. It's still the lateral area, which is height times perimeter, plus 2 times the area of the base. Except the cylinder, we've got circles involved. So let's look at the formula. 2 times pi r squared. Pi r squared is the area of a circle. So that's your 2b right there. 2 pi r squared, or excuse me, 2 pi r h. Okay, h is the height. 2 pi r is the perimeter. Perimeter of a circle is also known as circumference. 2 pi r is circumference. So really, it's the same formula. We're just putting the specifics of circles into that. So since it is pretty straightforward formula, let's just use the formula here. So surface area is 2 pi. Do we have the radius? Yes, they gave us that is marked as the radius. So 2 pi times 11 squared plus 2 pi times 11 times the height of the cylinder. They gave us that as well. It is 26. Now, let's talk about if we're doing this in terms of pi. We put in everything but the pi's. 2 times 11 squared plus 2 times 11 times 26. So our surface area is 814 pi. I did not put the pi's in my calculator. I put everything but the pi's. So that's in terms of pi. But if the answer is a decimal approximation, you do multiply the 814 times the pi. So 2,557.3 square yards. Because we're still talking about area, so it's still squared. Okay, when we look at number 10, our formula only requires the radius and the height. Which one is the height? 9. Okay, they got this cylinder turned over. So just because the 15 looks like a height, it's not actually the height. Remember, the height connects the two bases. So 9 connects those two circles to each other. We need the radius. Do we have the radius? No, we have the diameter. So we have to divide the diameter by 2. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So surface area is 2 pi times the radius squared plus 2 pi times the radius times the height. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to put in everything but the pi. So 247.5 pi, which is approximately 777.5 square meters. Okay, so cylinders, pretty easy. You just got to be careful and make sure that you don't plug in the diameter if they give you the diameter instead of the radius. And if for some reason they turn it over, you make sure you get the actual height, not just what looks like the height. Okay, let's look at a couple applications. Number 11, if the surface area of the box of cereal below is 272 square inches, find the length of the box. So what shape is our box here? A rectangular prism. So let's go to our surface area formula for a rectangular prism. It is 2 times L times W plus 2 times L times H plus 2 times W times H. And I may have slightly mixed up the order, but it doesn't matter. Just so you pair all the dimensions together and don't repeat anything, you're fine. All right, so let's label what we've got. The 12 is which variable? H, I would say that's the height. 2 would be the width. The length We don't know. So the surface area is 272. So 272 is equal to 2 times, we don't know W, times the width, 2, plus 2 times, we don't know L, times the height is 12, plus 2 times the width, 2, times the height, 12. We got a whole bunch of stuff there on that right side. Let's clean it up. 2 times L times 2 is 4L. 2 times L times 12, 24L. 2 times 2 times 12, 48. We've got two terms that have the variable L. So 4L plus 24L is 28L. We're trying to solve for L, so subtract 48. 272 minus 48. 224. It's equal to 28L. What's next? Divide by 28. So 8 equals our length. And we need to put some units on that. Inches. Now, it's probably a really good sign that we got a whole number there, but I would check it. Go back to this line right here and plug in L. 2 times 8 times 2 plus 2 times 8 times 12 plus 2 times 2 times 12 should give me the surface area of 272, and it does. Now, I keep on doing that and keep on emphasizing that because if this is a multiple choice question and you have the equation, all you got to do is plug in the possible dimensions and see which one gives you the right surface area. There is absolutely no reason why you should miss that problem if it's multiple choice. No reason. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. The surface area of the soup can below is 51.84 square inches. If the diameter of the can is 3 inches, let's label the picture. Diameter is 3. Find the height. We don't know the height. So surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. We know the surface area, 51.84. We know the left side of our equation. What's our radius? 1.5. We've got to divide it by 2. We don't know h. We don't know h. So we are going to subtract this 2 pi times 1.5 squared. I'm just not going to write it down. I'm just going to show the work there and then do it in my calculator. 51.84 minus parentheses 2 pi times 1.5 squared. Okay, so 37.7 is equal to 2 times 1.5 is 3, so 3 pi times h. So then we divide by the 3 pi. Now, make sure, look at what I'm doing in my calculator. Make sure you put parentheses around that 3 pi. So h is, it's not exactly 4, but it's pretty close to 4. That seems to be reasonable. Think about a can of soup, 4 inches tall, pretty reasonable. I would check it. 2 times pi times 1.5 squared plus 2 times pi times 1.5, not 15, 1.5 times 4. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, bad parentheses error. I did not close my parentheses right there. There we go. Whew, big difference. Big difference. And all I did was mess up a parenthesis. And